thank you so much for joining us. We're going to begin with new reaction tonight to the verdict in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. A jury in Wisconsin today found the 18-year-old from Illinois not guilty on all charges. Rittenhouse shot and killed 2 protesters and wounded a third in August of 2020. And this trial has sparked debate across the country about gun rights and self-defense. Rittenhouse brought a semi-automatic rifle and a medical kit to the protests, saying that he wanted to protect businesses when violence erupted over the police shooting of a black man who was left paralyzed. Rittenhouse's case garnered national attention, dividing Americans over whether he was doing the right thing or acting as a reckless vigilante. CBS's Nancy Chen has covered the trial gavel to gavel and leads off our coverage from Kenosha. Good evening, Nancy.
Good evening to you, Norah. 500 National Guard troops remain on standby tonight outside the city of Kenosha. But while there have been demonstrations so far, there's been no signs of unrest.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
Kyle Rittenhouse cried, collapsing onto the table after jurors found the 18-year-old not guilty on all charges.
Not guilty.
Overcome with emotion, Rittenhouse needed help getting back to his chair.
Charges against the defendant on all counts are dismissed with prejudice.
The teen was facing 5 felony counts, including first-degree intentional homicide, which carried a life sentence. Rittenhouse's attorney, Mark Richards, was asked how Rittenhouse felt leaving the courthouse a free man.
A huge sense of relief for what the jury did to him today. He wishes none of this would have ever happened.
A pivotal point in the trial was the day Rittenhouse took the stand and broke down during questioning.
Take a deep breath, Kyle. When we prepared Kyle and we worked on his testimony, there were things we couldn't talk about in my office because it got too emotional and he couldn't handle it. He's in, counseling for PTSD.
The trial garnered attention nationwide. President Biden said he understood the verdict would leave many Americans feeling angry and concerned, including himself.
Well, look, I stand by what the jury has concluded. The jury system works, and we have to abide by it.
The jury of 7 women and 5 men deliberated for about 26 hours. They believed Rittenhouse's claims that he acted in self-defense when he killed 2 men and wounded a third during unrest in Kenosha last year.
So I didn't do anything wrong. I defended myself.
During 8 days of testimony, prosecutors tried to portray Rittenhouse as an instigator, armed with an AR-15 style weapon who provoked the shootings.
No justice, no peace.
Outside the courthouse, friends and family members of the victims called the verdict unjust.
I am heartbroken.
Susan Hughes is the great aunt of Anthony Huber, the second man killed by Rittenhouse.
Do you think this was a fair verdict?
I think they tried. I like the fact that there must have been someone fighting for us, because it wouldn't have taken them that long.
As for what's next, Rittenhouse's attorney says he will likely move out of this area over safety concerns and that he wants to become a nurse. Norah.
Nancy Chen, thank you for all your coverage.